15. Why doesn't your boy just find his way on in here? We'll get this thing started. All right. Oof. Oh, we made it. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Galactic Seabass podcast. My name is Sebastian. I will be your host today, forever, and always, as long as this thing is still going. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to support the podcast, please go ahead and donate to my Venmo. That would be at my name with a hyphen in the middle. That's Sebastian Fowler. Check the description for the tag. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to see more videos, you know the YouTube drill. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate you guys tuning in today. Let's go ahead and have some fun. I have to sneeze. Okay, it's 3 today. Comedy comes in 3s, so we'll be talking about some comedy at some point, I'm sure. Today's episode is brought to you by Liquid Death. Appreciate you so much for the support. I got these really cool things in the mail. Actually, they're pretty neat. Might hear a plane coming overhead, so we might have to skip this part for a half sec. Oh, it's somebody's radio, not a plane. Alright, so check it out. Like Liquid Death, we got these cans right here. Alright, this isn't even a real mic. Alright. And that's real glass, though. And they sent me these cool little paper bag koozies. So I want to go ahead and try it out. Yeah, okay, wow, it's sick. So it's insulated on the inside. It's a real koozie. It's just to give... So you can still drink out of... Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. They might be like one use, I'm not sure. We'll see how it lasts through the episode. That's kind of hilarious though. We'll use that as a prop in every episode, I'm sure. And they also sent me this case of Liquid Death Grim Leafer with it's iced tea, agave, and vitamins, several vitamins. And then on the back, as always, with Liquid Death, you got some really cool artwork. All the boxes are different, which I think is so cool. So I want to open up this box and try it real quick because I've had my eye on it, but I wanted to do a little unboxing sort of thing. So, wow, what? That's a cool can. So it's like a drippy, it's black into gold, which is sick. Same color as the chainsaw, but with the black bottom side. And then it's a big can too, so it's got a little bit more than the regular one has to offer, which is pretty cool. That is, wow, let's go ahead and try this thing out. Cheers, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It reminds me of Arizona, that perfect little floral iced tea. Oh my gosh, this is refreshing. Wow. Come up. Okay, thank you so much, Liquid Death. That slaps. Oh my gosh. All right, well, got a whole box of these, so thank you very much. Wow, what a cool thing to do. That's awesome. Never really had a sponsor before, so that's sick. Wow, that's really cool, actually. Thank you very much. We got a couple of props we're probably going to tune into at some point today. I would like to go ahead and make sure that we are live, so I'm going to go ahead and tune in to this thing, because I can't see the camera from where you guys are, so it's always a little bit of a who knows situation. Who knows? There's an artist named Who Knows who has been shooting a bunch of my sets and taking photos for me at the template here in town. So shout out to Mike. Shout out to Who Knows. Well, I guess I know because he told me his name's Mike, so that would make sense. Alright, we're gonna go ahead. And I tried to watch the Scooby-Doo movie again last night. I fell asleep, but gosh darn it, that is such a fantastic film. Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar and oh, no, I had her name. Lisa Kudrow? No, she's in Friends. What's the name? Liza Minnelli? No. And then Matthew Lillard and an animatronic dog. And what is her? Oh man, I hate those moments. Stink, man, where you like forget somebody's name. Hey, plane going overhead. Cheers. That tastes good. What is the name of the lady who played Velma? Velma, Scooby-Doo live movie actress. Yeah. Velma Dinkley. I know who that is. That's not cool. It's literally all the pictures of her. Linda Cardellini. That's it. She cute. I love how they all have a color scheme, except Shaggy. So you got Velma, orange, Daphne, and all purple. Freddy. In the movie, he's wearing all blue, but in the show, he has blue pants and a white shirt, and then the orange ascot. And then Shaggy's always got his green shirt, his green V-neck, and his brown pants. He's wearing loafers usually. I like the Shaggy look. You just put a green V-neck on and some brown corduroys, you're good to go. You know, like zoinks, man. Like, holy cow, Scoob. Like, I'm hungry, man. It's just a pitch shift. It's like, boop, 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 boop. That's all it really is. Kind of neat. I love the whole Shaggy character, Shaggy and Scooby. Like, zoinks, man. Like, what are we gonna do? Retro, hurry, Roboy. Like, I can do the Roboy probably better than any other sound effect that I hear on I don't know. That show is really cool. I believe we've solved the mystery. So, like, it was that old man Jenkins. I think I have more like the cartoony style, that old Hanna-Barbera Shaggy when I do it. Because Matthew Lillard is a little different. Like, you listen to me, pal. Like, it's just kind of, who is my best pal in the whole world? Like, he's, what a bunch of, whoever wrote that movie, absolutely fantastic. I think there's a rumor that it was supposed to be rated R. However, can't confirm that. Let's find out. Was the live action Scooby-Doo supposed to be rated R? I am in images. That does not help. James Gunn explains why the first live action Scooby-Doo was was rated R. What? No. It went from R to PG? Holy schmozy. I must read this article, but there's an ad blocker. Back in 2002, Suicide Squad's James Gunn wrote the screenplay for the first live-action Scooby-Doo. The film originally received an R rating from the Motion Picture Association of America. It was brought down to PG. When asked about the original script, Gunn explained the cuts had been made to bring down the film's rating. Gunn first explained that they only received an R rating because of one joke, and that the original intent was to have the film rated PG-13. Yes, the first MPAA rating was R, but it was only because of one stupid joke that they misinterpreted, the director wrote on Twitter. The movie was originally meant to be PG-13 and was cut down to PG after, like, 3 parents were outraged at a test screening in Sacramento. The studio decided to go a more family-friendly route. Gunn says cuts the original script, including some strong language, as well as a kiss between Velma and Daphne? What? That would have been dope. I thought at the time the rating change was a mistake, Gunn explained. I felt like a lot of teens came out for the first film and didn't get what they wanted. But today, I don't know. So many young kids love those movies, which is pretty cool. The Guardians of the Galaxy director also doubts any cuts of the original version of the film still exist. Scooby-Doo, originally released on June 14, 2002, was directed by Raja Gosnell. The film starred Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Linda Cardellini, Matthew Lillard, and Rowan Atkinson. Oh, I can be very, very spooky. Oh, yes, you wouldn't want to run to me in a dog alley. Alright, Scooby-Doo. He is currently directing Suicide Squad, which did not go so well, but Suicide Squad 2 was dope. Shout out to the Bubble Man. Wow, that's fantastic. Holy cow, who had any idea? They made out or they kissed? Holy ooh, there's a scene out there, baby. Let your imaginations run wild. Yeah. Silly. I love it. I grew up on that show, though. I always figured that Velma and Shaggy, were together, and that, Freddy and Daphne were together, and Scooby. Didn't he have, like, a girlfriend in one of those old episodes? I know he had parents. Remember the old episodes of Scooby-Doo? Where they'd have some kind of guest star? It was, like, Scooby-Doo and Don Knotts, or, like, Scooby-Doo and Batman, or Scooby-Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters. Those were sick episodes. Those weird crossovers. Or that one car that was like... I can't remember his name, but that was hilarious. And, what was I even talking about? I have no idea. I loved those shows. Anything made by Hanna-Barbera. There was this old channel, Boomerang. They just played everything from back in the day. Oh, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s cartoons. So I learned about like Ren and Stimpy and Pinky and the Brain and even Beavis and Butthead. We got. I wasn't really into Beavis and Butthead as much. I liked King of the Hill. I was really a Simpsons fan. Simpsons was my thing. My dad and I loved that show. Simpsons was cool, and that turned into Family Guy. Family Guy came around, and South Park. Remember South Park blew me away. What's crazy is I used to do this bit on stage. I haven't really done this in a while, but when I was a little kid, I was at this Christmas party, and I was with I don't know, I was 5 years old at this family Christmas party in Utah. I was visiting. So my parents divorced when I was 3. My mom lived in Salt Lake. My dad lived in Connecticut. And so 5 times a year or so, I would just fly back and forth and stay with my mom for a couple of weeks, then go back and go to school with my dad and my grandmother. So, yeah, one year, I was like 5 years old. I went out to Utah for Christmas, and I was at this party. They sat me down in the TV room area. My mom saw there was a cartoon on the TV, so she put me down and showed me the show and said, all right, watch, I'm going to go mingle with the family, I'll see you in a bit. And so I watched this cartoon, and that cartoon, lo and behold, was South Park. And that was my first glimpse of it, so I watched it, and I'm sure I was probably fascinated. I actually don't have, like, I can kind of maybe see, like, a frame or a screenshot of that memory, but it's very distant. So anyway, I went back and visited, or not visited, I went back home to my dad, and I guess what happened, I just went up and asked him a question, and I said, Dad, I need to ask you something. And he said, yes, what is it, my beautiful, sweet angel, precious child who's never really done or said anything wrong in his life yet? So what's on your mind, my little one? And I said, Dad, how do you fuck an elephant? He said, what? And then my mom eventually found out about that statement, and I was no longer allowed to watch shows like that. So anything along the lines of South Park, whether it was Family Guy, Robot Chicken, Futurama, Simpsons, anything along the lines of Adult Swim late night content was off limits for my mom until I was an adult, and she still has problems with it. She doesn't want to watch it. Even if I tell her there's great moral lessons that you can learn from these South Park episodes, I think that kind of messed her up. Oh man, I love my mom. That's funny. I miss my dad a lot. Shouts out to the two of them. That's crazy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away in the chat. I am rocking a pair of Leia buns today. If you notice, there are lightsabers inside both of them because I am ready to battle for justice. Yeah, this is cool. Let's see what else is happening right now. Feel free to ask me a question. Ask me something. Ask me something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a plane going overhead, so we're gonna cheers. Yeah, gonna drink a cheers. Yee-hoo. Tastes like the Bahamas. It's cool. They had this beer, Kalik Gold, out there. It was so good. I like that. I think that was the strong one. They had a couple of different beers. The mosquitoes are getting crazy right now, dude. I just got a bite on my leg. Oh no, that's gonna be a problem in a little bit. Oh shoot, I'm so allergic to mosquitoes. It's freaking ridiculous. But I have this stuff after bite, and stuff kicks butt. So hopefully I can. Maybe it's within arm's reach. I might have to take a little break at some point here. Totally ate poop on my bike riding it the other night. It wasn't even me. I was a little intoxicated, and I have my e-bike, my big old cargo e-bike, and I was in a parking lot with some friends, and this big giant man was like, "Let's take a ride," and he jumped on the back, and I said, "Let's go," and we made it about 7 feet, and then just keeled over, and I destroyed my knee, and it's an absolutely disgusting mess down there right now, so I refuse to show you. Yeah, it's one of those things. You know what? These are, like, this wall is always hidden. I want you, like, there's cool stuff back here. I'm going to move this guitar. I think that'll be cool. Hold on one sec. I have a place just for it. There you go, a little bit. Oh, sick. Okay. You. Cool. Figure that out later. Alright. What is this to? Seems awesome. Yeah, that guitar I just took down was signed by Julian Casablancas from The Strokes. So if anybody's a Strokes fan, you could buy that guitar right now. Venmo me $100 plus shipping, and I will send you that guitar that you just saw. And I wonder if you can see. Oh, sick! You can't see it. So basically, there's this thing right here. I don't want to take it down because there's a drum leaning on it. It's from the first the first big concert I ever saw with my dad. It was Green Day at Giant Stadium, 2005. And my mom got me the set list before the show, so I was able to learn every song they were going to play. American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia, Holiday, Are We the Waiting, St. Jimmy, Longview, Hitch a Ride, Brain Stew, Jaded, Knowledge, Basket Case, She, King for a Day, Wake Me Up, Minority, Maria, Boulevard of Dreams, We Are the Champions, and Time of Your Life. And then I knew which ones would have pyro and fire effects. It's signed by all three of them. There's a laminate access pass for the tour. Like, I love that thing. And you can't see, but right above it, there's a pick collection. So a guitar pick from every Green Day album up to that point, like this cool commemorative thing. And then this picture is the picture that got me the cover of the Dig BMX magazine in 2020. It was actually more than a magazine. It was the photo book for the entire year. That was one of the greatest achievements of my entire life. I can't believe that even happened. I never really got like a real BMX sponsor who wanted to like take me on trips and do photos and like get me into the press. So I just happened to have a photo shot of me at a jam, and then the people thought it was awesome, and then got the cover of a book about pictures of BMX. It represented all of them, and it's in the homes of some of the people I've looked up to my entire life. That's one of the coolest achievements ever. So shout out to everybody at Dig BMX, shout out to Scott Marceau, shout out to Augie Simoncini for having that jam. Thank you so much. That was cool. And I wrote a Color on Fire. Like, that was sick. I don't know if I would do it again. Probably. But yeah, just one of those circumstantial things. And that was cool. That was right around the time my album dropped, when I wanted to be a musician, and I was making music, and then, yeah, what a weird trip that these last couple of years have been. It's been so crazy. Even this bag is full of Well, apparently it's covered in dust, but it's full of coins from like all different. I don't know if you can see, like just all these different weird places and just some ventures. Like, what is this? Five francs. It says Confederatio Helvetica. I know Helvetica is a font. I know that. Whoa, maybe that is the font. That'd be a trip. I don't even know. I think this is a franc. Probably got this in Switzerland. That's an American dollar. I know where I got that. This feels like it's plastic. 10 colones. Is that Costa Rica? Yeah, it's a real Costa Rican coin. Cool, man. I've traveled the world. That's so sick. I just got a bag of coins to show for it. And a little map that if you come over to my house, I checked off every country I've been to. And I think it's 21 countries, which is crazy. I have no idea how that even happened. 29 years old, 21 countries, 3 continents, 1 parent left. That's funny. I miss my dad, but it's fun to riff on him. Like, he's not coming back, so I'm making a lot of, like, dead dad jokes. People love dad jokes, but they get really weird about dead dad jokes. And my dad went from super dad to super dad. Hey-o! I miss that guy. That was a pre-cheer to the plane about to go by. Yeah, what a trip, man. Shouts out to everybody tuning in. We got 2 viewers. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, wow. What a weird, precarious little existence where we find ourselves in these days. Ooh, great question. From Josh Will Travel Adventure Scope. Are you going to Burning Man this year? I'm going to die. Oh my gosh, that scared me. It's a motorcycle. No, I don't think I will be going to the burn unless something crazy magical happens, because I have a bunch of stuff coming up, and I have like some parking tickets I have to take care of in September. And also last year the burn was just so much for me. You know, there's this saying about Burning Man that you shouldn't ever take something that you're not willing to lose. And I wish somebody would have told me that before I brought my gosh darn girlfriend, because I lost her. It was so crazy, dude. We broke up at the pinnacle peak of the week. They were burning the man. We are also enjoying our pinnacle peak of the week. And couple of things transpired, and she looked at me and said, I don't think we should be in a relationship anymore. Woo! So, it's a good time for a plane to pass by. Yeah, that one. So we ended up having this really good conversation for 6-7 hours. We just talked into the sunrise, and we worked out a lot of stuff that we really realized like that was going on in our relationship, and we had to work through it on our own time and our own schedule. So, you know, we figured it would be best if things just kind of ended there. And so they did, but that in turn led to me thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And I'd been pursuing music, like trying to vicariously live my dad's dreams out through me, because he wanted to be a musician and a big drummer, and he did it. Like he was younger than I am right now, and he'd already toured the world, hit the billboard, played arenas, been chased by droves of women. Like, he did the damn thing. And I didn't really get to talk to him too much about that. He always told me, or he told his friends, that he hoped I would grow up to be an accountant, so I would never have to face the troubles of the music industry, which totally kind of get it more so now, growing older and, excuse me, just, you know, experiencing what it's like to try and like make music and promote it and manage it and do shows and go promote and play, and it's a lot, and you know, it's awesome, it's fun, and I might pursue it at some point again in the future. But like, I really thought about the fact that I wasn't even pursuing my own dreams. I was kind of just pursuing my dad's dream, and my dad means so much to me that I, you know, figured I could just do that, and it would be an easy route because it's in my blood. And I love drums. I love to play the drums, and I'm a decent drummer. So it was fun, and I can write music, and I can sing, and I can do a lot of stuff. If I put my mind to it, I can do it because ADHD is a powerful weapon if you can utilize it. So it's one of those things, dude. And when we broke up, I started to think about the fact that I, had given up comedy, and I kind of wanted to try it again, maybe. And I was watching Kill Tony a bunch. I loved the Kill Tony podcast. I still do. It's a great podcast. It's awesome. I actually bought a ticket for December, so I'll be there at the arena show, and maybe I'll even get on stage. Who knows? I was watching it a lot, and then Red Band said that there was going to be a secret show in Los Angeles, and I thought, oh, cool, they haven't done one of those in forever. I totally have to go to LA, and my buddy Andrew lives in LA. You've seen Andrew in most of the vlogs that I've made over the years. He's one of my best friends in the whole world, and I figured, he lives in Mid-City, we can go to the show together, and then I find out he's leaving LA to go move to Ventura with his girlfriend, so that he's like, this is our last chance to go have this cool opportunity. And we end up going to see the secret show, and the parking meter is a real situation on its own. That was a whole thing. Had to get changed from that little mobile silo down the street. And then they didn't have enough change, and I didn't have enough money, and the credit card thing didn't work, and the guy, the security guard was like, yeah, don't worry about it, and his boss said the other thing, and then I got the ticket, and then months later it was resolved, but that night it was a whole thing. Anyway, we're at the Comedy Store in LA, and watching the secret show, bunch of funny comedians. The funniest part, that wasn't the funniest part, just a funny moment that happened. This guy was walking down the aisle. He was kind of a bigger guy, so he had to sort of squeeze through, and he ended up bumping Andrew in the knee, and he's like, oh, sorry, man. And I saw who it was, and he had no idea, but so the guy walked away. I was like, dude, that's Red Band, this is his show. Red Band. And dude, it was crazy. So anyway, this guy Casey Rocket gets on stage, and I haven't almost peed my pants in a long time. I was finding myself struggling to breathe. It felt really good to laugh like that again. It'd been so long, probably since the breakup, that I had cackle laughed, and that was sick. I mean, basically we saw enough, we left, and I was super upset about the parking ticket on the way home, and kind of made it like a thing. And so I'm sorry to Andrew if you watch this, but we still had a good time, and LA has been such an adventure over the last couple of years. Yeah, West Hollywood is it sucks for more than just tickets, my dude. And excuse me. Parking tickets? Oh no, dude. Yeah, Hollywood goes crazy with parking tickets. They're absolutely psychotic with that. You can turn around and then turn back around, and your car has been booted, and you have 10 tickets on it. And somehow they're overdue. It's one of those crazy things. Anyway, so I ended up seeing that show, and then I got back into my little book, and I actually saw this page earlier. This is pretty cool. I don't mind showing you guys. I thought it was really neat, and it was way back in the day, because wow, yeah, I wrote 5.5 pages on why I don't like Willy Wonka, and that's all this. I could read it to you. You know what? I might actually read you why I like just my manifesto style rant on why I don't like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Only for the consistency. As far as the movie goes, and Gene Wilder, beautiful, absolutely great performance. As far as consistency goes, I have some problems. Anyway, we're getting into that, so check it out. Okay, here it is. On the left page, I'm not sure if you can read this, but it says new jokes, February 22nd, 2022, which is an awesome date for so many reasons. I love that. Anyway, that, okay, this is everything new that we made. We got this, we got the Guitar Hero joke, we got the Olive Garden joke that I wrote with Andrew. We've got the first time I did the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon joke. Oh my gosh, the doggy style dog minutes joke. Oh, I haven't done this one in forever. I was trying to buy some stuff on the dark web the other day. Turns out my computer was just off. Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. Oh. Have you ever tried... Nope, not actually. Nope, never mind. That's going to be a... Nope. And then on the next page, so it goes from February 22nd to 2022 all the way up to September 13th, 2022. So, you know, that's post Burning Man by what? A week? Or something like that. And we got a... I don't do this anymore. I started a weed company for kids. I call it ABCBD. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got like a British accent joke. I still do that one sometimes. That's cool. Just like a jury duty story that never went anywhere. I stole that from a meme. Says, I saw a guy with a Harley Davidson t-shirt on. I walked up to him, I said, "Oh yeah, you're a Harley Davidson fan? Yeah, name 3 songs. Name 3 songs!" So stupid. It's like the dumbest thing. Sometimes I see memes, like, that was how it kind of, like, started. I would see it, like, I could kind of, like, write it out as a written bit. And then I started to, like, try to write my own, obviously. Yeah, so, like, yeah, so those are, some of these are, like, not so great. But anyway... So I wrote some new stuff out, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to skip those. Goes up to, now I've seen the comedy show. This next page, October 15th, 2022. Okay? So we got February to October, no comedy. And all the way up until then, I've only done 13 sets. That's like, I did my first one November 12th, 2021, and then... did that last one in January or February. So 13 sets there. And then 14 doesn't happen until late October. I know it was October 24th. And thank you very much for laughing. So laughing digitally. I mean, anyway, so did my 14th set on October 24th. That sounds like a lyric. I guess in a rap song. I did my 14th set on October 24th. I don't know why I'm British. Anyway, so and now, and then not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I did my 330th set. So that's October to August. That's what we're in. Almost. Oh, what's today? Oh, it's been 10 months of comedy today, baby. Let's go! Ah! There's a plan's a perfect time for a plan. Cheers, baby. 10 months of comedy. Let's go! Ah, victory tastes sweet. Oh, man, that's funny. So new stuff. Then did the 14th one, October 24th, and now 330. So what is that? Do quick math. 316, right? 316 sets in 10 months. I don't know what that averages out to, but that's pretty cool. Like, putting in work consistently, like trying to just do the darn thing, do it every day. That's what Ralphie May said you had to do for the first 9 months. It was like no girlfriend, just every day, every set possible. Get on, get as many mics as you can, write as much as you can, listen to your stuff so that you can, you know, fix it and get it better and make it funnier. And, you know, there's, he said, you know, if you can take words out of a joke that you don't need, your time will have shrunk, but your joke is stronger. And that's true for every comedian ever. You know, you can just take time away if you say, like, so I was driving and I was, you know, going through traffic, and then I ended up parking, and then I walked into the store. You could also just be like, I went to the store the other day, and you just skipped so much time, but now you're that much closer to the juice because you're in the store, and the juice is like right there and available to purchase for currency. So anyway, yeah, man, I like comedy a lot. I like making people laugh. It's my favorite thing since I've been a little kid. I love that. Just being the silly dude, being a silly little goofball, little silly goose. A lot of plans today, but I don't know. I love it. I love making people laugh. I laugh. That way I literally just said that word sounded off. It was funny. And yeah, I realized I've been writing in a more dark style of comedy. I love kind of testing the boundaries a little bit, and it's been so crazy to see everything that's sort of happened over the last 10 months. This page is so weird. I know I've gone over this before, but this is literally the trippiest Rorschach. I found this book in the street. It's a Home Depot book that I spray painted over. And inside of it, there's this thing. It's always, yeah, here's what it says it does. None of that made any sense. Here's what it says. Join Elliot for an party. Which grammatically drives me absolutely insane. I never read this. Join Elliot for an ice cream party. It is grammatically correct. I've never seen it. Says ice cream. Whoa. Monday, June 10th, 2019. I started using this book in 2000. What year did I start using this? It was my first entry. Is there a date on anything? Got a song. We got a song. Got a song that made it on the album. No dates to any of these. Got another song that made it on the album, like first draft. 2 cut out pages. No kind of date marker on anything. Just poems. Wow, the original set list for the album. That's crazy. Some of the names changed on the songs. Actually, everything is falling changed and way too much changed. Those songs are something else now. But literally nothing is labeled as far as a date goes. That's so unlike me. And there's so many things. Gosh. Poetry and poetry and blank pages. A letter to my ex. Oh my gosh. Wow, my first stand-up set. Oh, that's so crazy. The first thing I ever said on stage, I bombed with, but it said, "Hey, I know I look like Shaggy got really into Nirvana," which I thought was funny. And then I got a good one laugh on this Amelia Earhart joke. I'll tell you guys real quick, and then you asked how much time I can do on stage. I'll tell you in a second. So like, this is an old bit that I used to do, but it was around Halloween time, right? This looks like November 3rd. That was my first time ever going on stage, so it would have been 3 days after Halloween. So I was at a Halloween party the other day, and I was waiting for my girlfriend to show up, so I texted her and asked her where she was. And I said, "Oh, by the way, what are you wearing?" So she told me she'd be there, or excuse me, she sent me a picture of her with like this aviator jacket on and some goggles and a big leather cap. And she said, "Look at me, I'm Amelia Earhart. I'll be there in 20 minutes. She never showed up. So if you think about it, historically accurate costume. Pretty good, honestly. That's silly. So, I don't know, man. It's like, that's the thing. That's why I'm not really sure how much time I can do, because what I want to do is break down everything I can do into a series of, like, 3-minute, 5-minute sets. Like this 3 is about my dad. This 3 is about Connecticut. This 3 is about religion. This 3 is about the government. This 5 is about this thing. And then you put all those together in like a sequential order. Like comfortably right now, I could probably like bounce around for 15 minutes. Like 15, 20 minutes. I could do jokes. If you gave me a couple days to prep, I could fix the order really, really well. But if you told me to do it right now, like I don't really have all that stuff put together, but there are bits and pieces and fragments, and yet like I found myself doing that amount of time before, where you just kind of like, you just go until, you know, you're kind of out. So, yeah, that's like sometimes I'll blank in 30 seconds. 30 seconds into the set, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot everything I've ever written in my entire life, and it's all gone. So, not really sure. I'm glad you like the Shaggy one. It's funny. Like, thanks, man. Like, hey, Scoob. He liked my joke. Roboy. That was pretty good. It was pretty good, Shaggy. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, all the jokes that night were so silly. The one I closed with was I think it was the first, like, my first closer. It's the stupidest thing ever, and I'm going to do it right now. So, I started work as a bartender recently, and I've never been a bartender before. I had to learn all these drinks. Like, there's so many drinks you have to learn. So it's my first shift. I'm working there, and this guy says, hey, I'd like a Tom Collins on the rocks. And I was like, all right, I can do that. Yeah, Tom Collins on the rocks. No worries, coming up. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Little, not unusual to be loved by anyone. Hey, whoa. Stop. I wanted a Tom Collins, and that's a Tom Jones. But, it's funny. Comedy is so silly. Like, even, I think I'm doing those jokes better than I even did them back in the day, because I have a lot of experience at this point. Like, if I think about it logically, 330 sets, let's say, you know, like, there were some that were obviously way longer, but let's say 3 minutes a set. That'd be 990, no, I'm an idiot, 99, wait, shit, no, yeah, 990 minutes. 990 minutes, that's like 15 hours, 16 and a half hours. That's 16 and a half hours on stage. If my math's right, I honestly would be shocked. But that's pretty cool. Like, that's a lot of time to be on stage, sort of just working yourself out of who you are and what you have to say to the world. And, you know, it takes 10,000 hours to master something. So, you know, to be, like, that far in is pretty cool. 15, 16 and a half. Round that up. That's 17. And that's almost legal. So, we're almost there, baby. You know, I don't care about those age of consent laws. It's 18. That's across the board for me. That's a game changer. Even 18, like, I remember being 18 years old thinking I was smart and thinking I knew how the world worked. I didn't know a goddamn thing. And I'm only 29. So, Lord only knows what's going to be around the corner. I feel bad that I take the Lord's name in vain sometimes. I've been feeling very religious lately. I don't know why. I just haven't. It's been kind of feeling on me like we're in this spiritual war right now. There's a lot of demonic entities out there. I'm sticking with the J-Man. It's my dude right now. So, my bad for saying your name with a bad attitude. Maybe they should have put "Don't rape" on the 10 Commandments. That seems a little bit more important than saying your name with a shitty attitude. That's also I believe I stole that from Louis. Like, that's not mine. Please don't, nobody claim that I wrote what just happened. I said it, but it's not mine. Anyway, there's a plane. And I missed it, not yet. We're almost done with number 1. I like it. Thanks for actually asking questions, by the way. Nobody ever asks questions on these things. If I have something to go off of, I will just go. And so it's kind of fun. I wrote a couple things down I want to talk about. The only thing left, really, earlier today, this is so crazy, but I was watching this clip. I really wish I knew how to set up the camera enough so that you could see what I'm seeing. But if you, right now, go, okay, before this is important, so we're doing this, cheers, letting the plane clear, and then I'm giving you this information. Huzzah. All right, one down. If you go and search Norm Macdonald, The View, I don't know what year it is. It's like a 5-minute clip. You can go ahead and watch that. At some point, he brings up that his idol is Bill Cosby, and he says this really weird line like, yeah, like nobody's ever accused that guy of anything, huh? Well, it's very, I think I paraphrased it slightly, but it's like, wait, what? And then the other girls want to continue the Bill Cosby story, and he's trying to get through it. Excuse me. And Barbara Walters, she tucks down in her cards and goes, I like Bill Cosby. Let's talk about the millionaire money. A bowl just fell in my kitchen. So the ghost of Bill Cosby's career, it might be in the room. What a sick man. It's so crazy. Like, I loved Little Bill growing up. I liked The Cosby Show. I loved Fat Albert. I am shocked that kind of thing was going on. But you go watch that barbecue sauce scene. Look up Bill Cosby barbecue sauce. That's all you need to know. I don't need to say a word. Just, you go watch that. You tell me that there's not something weird going on. I had so many plans for today. Oh, image is frozen. Maybe my power bank died. Okay, thank you so much. You saved the episode. Hold on. Oh shit! Oh, things are happening. Everything's all fucked up. Scooby-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Please don't lose the feed. I am trying not to die. Scooby-doo-doo-doo-doo. Scooby-doo-doo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Oh shit! This might be the end. Scooby-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Skidoo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Skidoo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you so much. You saved the episode. Hello, welcome back to the Galactic Seabass podcast. My name is Sebastian, your host as always. Welcome to the greatest podcast in the universe. The U stands for you and me. Have fun and let's go burn down the city. Arson style. Arson daily. That's so ridiculous. I found out recently all domestic beers have a twist-off cap can. Skibbity-bobbity-boobity-bop. Here we go. Skibbity-bop. Down the throat hole we go. Like, the first sip was so much warmer than the second one. Interesting how thermodynamics work inside a koozie. Thank you so much. We are welcoming back ourselves to the podcast. Woo! I'm happy to be here, folks. This is sick. We got 3 human beings alive on this planet watching this. Why? I don't know. Why am I making it? I don't know. I don't care, because you gotta just make stuff. And when you make things, then good things happen. So I think that would have been a good time for me to grab my notepad that totally left it on the counter. And I wrote down some subjects that I wanted to talk about. No, okay, we got through the Scooby-Doo. We got through the, the Norm Macdonald conspiracy. That shit was weird. Rest in peace, Norm, by the way. One of my absolute all-time favorites. Norm was one of the best, man. Why do you always gotta ask so many questions? That was an okay Norm impression. I think I usually do a better one. Yeah, so I was thinking, why do you want to do that? That's stupid. There's a couple bits I don't want to get canceled like on YouTube for, but either just some of the moth joke. I showed my friend the moth joke earlier, and just when he says Gregorian Elidovich, like. The fact he took a 15-second joke and stretched it 5 minutes on a live television broadcast is one of the most incredible feats, and just what a phenomenal human being. Seriously, go watch that View interview anyway, because it's hilarious. It's one of the funniest interviews maybe ever. In the beginning, he brings up the fact that he thinks or not even he thinks, he calls Bill Clinton a murderer, and then he doubles down, and he's like, I thought it was a matter of public record. And then they're like, please stop saying that. Please, like, don't, shut your mouth. Shut up. They've told him to shut up so many times in this episode. Like, at least 4. If I could get a counter for how many times they said shut up, then it would blow my mind. And then he's like, and then they ask him to change the subject to literally anything else. And he's like, okay, fine, manslaughter. Like, it's ridiculous. If you look through the comments, no, wait, actually, you would have to rewind the video, but I kind of talked about it. My ex and I broke up there last year at the burn. So, no, I'm going to sit this one out, team. But you go ahead and play a team, play a strong defense, make sure, you bring home the gold. Obviously, that's literally not what that's about in any regard. But last year, I did win the bike championship at the Burning Man bike course for the 3rd consecutive year in a row. 4th? I have no fucking clue, honestly. But here's the thing. There was a guy there. His name is Reed Stark, and he's a professional bike rider, like pro. One of I've looked up to him for a long time. He looks kind of like me, super good at bikes, rides a different pedal stance, but all in all, like, really cool dude. And we competed together, and I, like, beat him fair and square. And, like, not trying to sound like a sore winner or anything. I was just very proud that, like, excuse me, I competed in a contest with a guy who's placed against, like, some of the best athletes in the world. And it was, like, I came out on top. Like, that was a pretty cool feeling, like, that was a good little BMX moment for me, compared to, like, if I told that to, like, the 14-year-old kid who could barely maneuver that thing through skate parks. Like, I've been riding my whole life, but I was so uncoordinated until I was probably like 17 or 18. It's kind of when I really developed, like, the ability to control my bike, because I've never been a good skateboarder as far as tricks goes. I love going fast. I love going really, really fast on my skateboard. Like, doing a little rainbow down a hill, or that's not like a rainbow, more just like a little S turn. I like getting towed by my dog, going like 25 miles an hour down the street behind a canine on a skateboard. It's such a cool feeling. But like my BMX bike is the love of my life since I was a little kid. I remember being so fascinated when I was like 4 years old in the bike shop. I watched this old video called The Cycling Experience. I still have it on DVD. It's like one of my old treasures from I was a little dude, and tells you how to, like, maintain your bike and keep it together. And there's this clip on BMX that's probably like 25 seconds long, and it's one dude in a skate park doing a trick, and I was like, whoa, that's sick. And YouTube was like new in 2006. That's when that kind of came out. I remember being in the laundromat with my dad, and said invention of the year 2006 YouTube, and yeah, that changed the game. And before my dad died, he was working on this really cool drum documentary. He was working on no, that's wrong. It was like a drum instructional video, like the way that Drumeo works right now. He was trying to set that up on a DVD course with a production agency, like, right before he died. He was pretty ahead of the game, which is pretty cool, and I miss him very, very, very dearly. Oh yeah, earlier you missed the joke. I'll say it twice for this person. Then they say at the burn, don't take anything that you're not willing to lose. And I wish somebody would have told me that before I brought my gosh darn girlfriend. Come on, man. Like, it's one of those things. Yeah, you can lose anything out there, but the playa provides too. So, like, you gotta make sure you go with the flow. And it's one of those things, dude. I had a really good time at all my burns. Even though I went through that breakup, like, all my burns were sick, dude. I never had, like, a really bad traumatic experience. What's really crazy is my first my first year, so I got bit by more mosquitoes. Oh, it hurts. My first year, I was there. I remember it was like, is that the mosquito? Sorry, I'm in predator mode. It's probably gonna get me again. Oh, I got my arm. Fuck. Ah, shit. Anyway, okay. It's like the fourth day, and I'm standing by this fire at like 2 a.m. And there's this kid there. I've only met him a couple times. I think I met him at like one other event or something like that. And I remember asking him, how's your burn? Are you having a good burn? And he said, "Nah, dude, this place sucks. These vibes are terrible." And I just thought, what are you talking about, dude? This is like the greatest place I've ever seen in my life. Like, anything's possible out here. You could see anything. We made ice cream earlier. I had a frozen nitrous, and I was like, why? And he just told me like the vibes were off, and he was hanging out with this girl, and she accused him of sexual assault. And I was like, ooh, that kind of sounds like maybe did you do something? And he proclaimed innocence, and I'm not really sure like what really happened. Apparently, he was giving him a massage, and she said it was weird. And it's I wasn't there. I have no idea. But he let it like affect his entire weekend, and I'm not even kidding when I say like a week later that I was on Facebook and I saw he was in this tragic car accident and he was like paralyzed, in a coma, and all his friends were kind of like supported together, and he had this girlfriend at the time who was like taking pictures with him and like just showing her like support, not like with like him in the hospital, but just like pictures of them together and like, oh, we need to support my person, and like I don't know. I don't even know if that's correlated and why I brought that up, but I think about that experience a lot because my first experience was so cool. Like, the only reason I even ended up at Burning Man in the first place was the fact that I went to Oregon Eclipse with my friend Kayla Alexander, who lives in Reno. Shouts out to Kayla. I have two Kaylas in my life that are super important to me, and that's one of them. The other one's Kayla Brown. Kayla, if you are also watching this, you are just as important to me. And we went, like, my third burn, that was Kayla and me. Shouts out. And yeah, okay, so anyway, we went to Oregon Eclipse, this big old like caravan of homies from Reno, and we drove up there, we did the eclipse, then we drove back down to Reno. Excuse me. And the burn's in like 4 days, so I thought to myself, okay, well, we'll just, dude, I will tell you about Mark Day in a sec. Hold on. Anyway, so we are in Reno. The burn's a couple days away, and I'm thinking to myself, I really want to do this. I'm here. I'm in Reno. I'm 2 hours away. It's like, all right, well, just get a ticket. Like, you gotta find yourself a ticket. And then I realized I'm in the debacle of finding myself a Burning Man ticket. That was my first experience with that. And let's see, like. So, I have this friend, Brittany Finnegan, who hit me up with this girl on Facebook who had somebody who was selling 2 tickets, but she only had herself. She was just going by herself. So, she needed somebody to kind of go with. And this is about to get crazy, like that whole circumstance I didn't even know about. Anyway, I go meet her in Nevada City. We go to this mansion in the woods. Like, if this was a horror movie, this is the house they're dying in. All glass windows, triangular. This dude, I don't know if he sells meth or he's the owner of Oreos. This motherfucker has some money. And so we go in the house. He's in like a robe and boxers. He looks like Chris Evans with like more hair on his everything. And we go in the room. He's like, yeah, come on in. Like, you guys are here for the burn tickets? Oh, sick. We walk in the house. We look to like the side room, and there's this lady just naked on the bed, like sprawling out. And he's like, oh, don't worry about her. That's my girlfriend. That's Sandy, dude. And Allie and I are like, okay. We just met at a bar and drove to this mansion in the woods, and we're like, are we gonna die? Like, what the fuck is this? And so, we ended up going. He's like, oh, it's your first burn? Oh, that's amazing. You're gonna have the best time of your life. Here, take this. It's like 100 fucking ecstasy tablets in a bag, and I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this? Like, we take it, we pay for the tickets, we got real tickets, and it's like, all right, we're doing this. Let's go. Excuse me. And so I say, so like, have you've been camping before? You've done this? And she's like, no, I've never been to an event ever. I was like, what? Okay. So she didn't have a tent, she didn't have a sleeping bag, she didn't have a goddamn pillow. But we ended up like all caravanning out together. Got to the thing. There's this Camp Dusty. They were all Tahoe people, so we ended up like finding a way to. We paid our dues and got into the camp. And so we're driving out there. This is 100% a true story what you're about to hear right now, and I will get to Mark Day. So we are in the line. We're looking at our tickets. Like, oh my gosh, we're about to do this. This is so sick. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And my ticket is in my lap. It's in my lap, you know. And so I'm driving the car. We're almost at the ticket show gate. We went to the box office, stopped in, let our friends get their shit, and then we all drove in, and we're almost at the show. Here's my ticket. Let me in. And I see Brittany. She's one car ahead of me, and she gets out of the car and starts desperately scrambling, looking all around her car for her ticket. It's like, I think I lost my ticket. And I was like, Brittany, no! And so in my head, I'm like, I gotta help. And I just fucking grab the door and run out there. And I run over to go help her. And I'm like trying to find it. And then she looks back in the car like, oh my gosh, it's right here in the driver's seat. That's not what she sounds like. My bad. And we end up like getting back in. I get back in my car. Allie's there. She's got her ticket. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And then I'm like, where's my ticket? And I start freaking out because I realized it was in my lap when I got out of the car. And now it's like, now my ticket's really gone. And hers never was. And it's just like, ah. And so and also I should mention, like, when we're out there looking for the ticket, all the DPW is like, get back in your car, get back in your vehicle right now. And so, they're yelling at us. Now I'm back out of the car looking for my ticket. And they're like, get back in your car. And I was like, no. And we've already, I should also mention, we've drove like 12 feet. Like, we got in the car and moved before I realized this happened. So I am looking under cars like, oh my God, holy shit. This is it. This is the end of the line. I'm not going to the Burning Man. I'm going to go home. And I look at this car, like 3 cars behind me, and underneath the front driver tire is this little piece of paper, just hanging in the wind. And I reach down and I pull it up, and it was like, I gotta go the ticket. And I look at the people in the driver's seat, and they look at me, and we both know what's happening. And it's like, oh. And I get back in my car, and I have it, like, okay, cool. And I drive up and give it to the lady. And she's like, did you really drop your ticket and find it? And I was like, uh-huh. She's like, first year then, huh? Yeah, we were. So, ended up setting up camp. And then dude, real deal, I don't like Logan Paul at all, but I saw his Burning Man video, and I liked the idea on the first video where he's like, I'm going to put the camera down and go do this. So, I'll see you tomorrow. And it was like, I want to do that too. And I should not have listened to him, because that guy, 1, sucks, 2, here's what happened. This is the first thing that happened at my Burning Man once we're done setting up camp. We go next door. There's this big red dome. It's 2017, by the way. There's a big red dome, and outside there's like, what's it called? These like cool drapey velvet aisles and stuff for the rich people to walk through. They got nice chairs and seating and glasses and stuff. Like they have like they don't know what's about to happen. Anyway, so we go. Allie and I go into this dome next door. It looks like a giant igloo. It's red on the outside, but inside it's all white, laminated, like up and down. They got a DJ, they got a bar. It is super bougie, and I'm dancing. I have the most ridiculous outfit on, and I hear my friend Allie go, hey, you're, uh, you're not Paris Hilton, are you? And this girl was like, yeah, I am. And I'm just tipsy at this point. I am a little bit obliterated, and I walk up to her. I was like, dude, no way, you're Paris Hilton? That's sick, dude. I saw you on Celebrity Deathmatch. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, like, early 2000s, primetime cable, bro. You fought Nicole Richie, like, do you remember? She was like, oh my gosh, are you talking about, like, that old claymation show? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my god, you're funny. And I went, yeah, like, hey, can we take a picture? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so I went, okay, well, I don't have my camera right now, but I'm gonna find you, and we're gonna take a picture. She was like, okay. And I never saw her ever again. So that was hilarious. Cara Delevingne was also in that conversation, but like I didn't care. So that was cool. It was Cara Delevingne, Paris Hilton, Allie, and me. We're all having a conversation one day. What a fun little start to the burn. Anyway, Mark Day. Mark. Hey, Seabass, you got to go and make the videos. Oh, you got to go and I got to do a special lamp. Like, so anyway, I swear to God, Mark Day is the funniest dude ever. Like, one day, I've watched all his videos, by the way. Like, 24 Hours of Burning Man at 2017 in 2018. Oh, kooky. So he just shows up at our camp one day, like 1:30. I'm cleaning the thing. This is actually, dude, I'll find the episode. If you guys are actually like, if you're here with me, if you're, you're down for the count, I will tell you exactly which episode I meet him. Pretty sure it was 2018. He comes over to our camp in like the morning, and he's like, I'm looking for Seabass. Have you seen Sebastian? And he ends up, finding our place, and he finds me, and then he comes over, and he is just the sweetest soul, dude. That guy is so cool. So anyway, he has this what's it call it? Like, why can't I see all my playlists? That's so weird. So he told me that he loves to make his videos, but he thinks that my videos were like the future of where Burning Man videos should be going, if that makes sense. So it's so sweet. I still have the jar. You know what? You guys probably care. I'll do it. I'll get it for you. It's filled. It's dumped right now. Okay. This one's for Mark. I'm going to do this for Marky. Okay. Here we go. Oh, no. Spaghetti down. Spaghetti down. Oh, gosh darn it. That stinks. But it's okay. We can clean it up. That's an easy fix. So, all right. Check it out. I'm going to show you a quick view of what we're looking at here. All right, emergency headlamp. Use me to find your non-emergency headlamp in your tent. Hilarious, right? Okay, check it out. Mark is so sweet. So basically, oof. Oh, I can't believe I dropped the spaghetti. It's funnier than drop the ball, though. That's a way funnier expression. I dropped the spaghetti. All right, let's get over here. So, all right, check it out. He's talking to me. He's like, all right, Seabass, like, these videos you're making, they're so cool. It's hard to do his thick ass Scottish accent. Anyway, he says he really likes my videos, and he thinks that I should be the one to like kind of continue on that path. So back in the day, you know, when they wanted to pass on something from one person to another, it was ceremonious to use a torch. But torches aren't allowed at Burning Man because there's no open fires. So he got me a headlamp in this jar, and he told me that I could use it, to find my non-emergency headlamp, or and it was so cool. It had a green, there was a green setting. I was like an alien light, and I am not even kidding you when I tell you I lost it within an hour and a half of using it on that first night, and I was so bummed because it was so cool and like this really neat little gift that he gave me, and it was like, sorry, Mark, but hey, like, shouts out to Mark Day. Shouts out to 24 Hours at Burning Man in 2023 and 2024. And 24 Hours at Burning Man in 2022 and 2023. Burning Man was cool. Alright, here. Let me go ahead and find you which video that was, though, because that would be kind of cool. Festival vlogs. There's so many. Goodness gracious. Ass is bodacious. Alright, let's get it. Scoot Burning Man 2017. That was the first year I filmed it, so it's impossible that was the year that he came up to me. And then 2018 was the year where he probably came up, because 2019 I went with Kayla and I didn't film. I feel like he's the cover. I straight up think he's the cover of the episode, so as long as this loads. Oh, it's going hard. Oh, we're like... Did I go too far? Oh, we're in 2017. Oh, no, it reloaded. What have you done? That's not the one I clicked. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have no idea what's happening. I'm so sorry. Please bear with me. I was really close. I swear it was right there. Oh. Burning Man. Oh, I didn't use him as the cover, but that's okay. Maybe it's... Yeah, it's going to be 2018, day 2, day 3, or day 4. So check those out. That would be really cool. Thanks for, being here on the Galactic Seabass podcast. Oh, it totally is. It's weed stems. It's not weed, it's like stems. It's just stems. A lot of stems. I want to make some brownies. So, yeah, I don't know if they have weed in Scotland. Thanks for checking out my videos, by the way. Yeah, I love, those ones were fun. It's kind of how this all kind of took off. Like, I thought I was going to be a professional festival vlogger. I remember Andrew Coulter came up with this sick theme song, because I came up with this episode, or this channel-ish thing that I wanted to make called Festival Reviews in 10 Minutes or Less, or FritMall. And I developed a 100-point scale with a 10-tier system on a 1 to 10 basis of each different subcategory of how a festival could be ranked. Like, I was so intricate with this, dude. It was like walk to the venue, sound, vibes, bathrooms, camping situation, wildlife, insects. Like, I got into like really niche categories of what it actually feels like to go to an event. And then I would like give it a score, and then I was going to make these like walkthrough videos that included my vlog footage. Like, I had this whole rundown process, but here's the problem. Nobody gave me money, so I don't really have the ability to do that. So if there's somebody out there who wants to support that kind of a system, then I am your dude. I already have the entire system developed, and I just wanted to, I wanted to make that at one point, but everything I ever made on this YouTube channel was for free. I never made money on any of these videos. Like, I just make them because I like them, and I just want people to watch them because I think they would like what they saw. I worked really hard on it, and I don't want to sound narcissistic or have a big ego or anything. I just want people to be able to see the content that I created. There's so many people making content these days. It's so tough to compete in this market. Like, how do you do that? We got 4 billion people trying to post stuff on the internet every day. It's insane. Like, how do you stand above the crowd in that like kind of a situation? So, just trying to figure it all out. Ooh, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm like internetly illiterate, and I don't know how to do those cool things. Like, in the Patreon, I don't know what I would offer as like my cool scale, like what people would want to see. Like, you want to see my balls? Like, or like my feet, I'll like, sure, like whatever, yeah, like, I'd sure, okay, that's fine. Maybe that's a different service. I don't know. It's one of those things, man. Just trying to figure it out. I'd love to be able to like not worry about the rent every month and taking care of my animals and be able to, not have a job that I don't like and be able to pursue my artistic passions because that's what I really desire in this life, but it's so difficult to financially afford that. So, if I could make money off bike tricks, man, I've been trying since I was a little kid. It was never really about the money, but it'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll figure something out. I would love to. My goal is to take BMX out of BMX and put it in like cinema and commercials and advertisements and stuff. Like there's no money in BMX. It's the lowest subcategory of income besides like rollerbladers, and even scooters make more money. There's so many kids. Kids can afford a scooter. Kids can afford a skateboard. Kids can't buy new bikes. It's so expensive. You're looking at a brand new skateboard deck, $120, like wheels, trucks, bearings, everything. Scooter, I don't know. I have no idea what a scooter costs. I'm literally not even gonna guess. I'll guess $200. For like a decent one. I feel like that's not asking too much. Bike. You want a nice one? You want a nice put together piece? You're looking like $700-800. And then you have to, if you want to put that together, you're looking at thousands of dollars, like putting together each little like piece and stuff, like I've done over the years. And then your bike gets stolen, dude, you're screwed. It's over. And I've been fortunate enough to like be able to put together. My bike got chopped off my car one time, and I got the pieces and put them back together, and built up a brand new bike, and I made it mine over the years. And if anybody tries to touch it, they're getting shanked. So like it's one of those things. I've got my batarang on me. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy little concept, like I wish I could make money with bikes. Gosh, that'd be so cool. So if anybody has a job like for some kind of like stunt skill, I think my bike surfing is the coolest thing that I can do on my bicycle, because I can also do anything I want up there. I've played guitar, I've juggled, I've done poi. It's fun. It's where I feel most at peace sometimes, just standing on top of that bike like a skateboard. My left foot on the seat, my right foot on the bars, just riding into oblivion. It's so sick. Hey, cheers, plane. Let's go. Oh, this is awesome. Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure if you're here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. If you could share it, that'd be sick. Whatever you like, comment seriously, if you have any questions you want to dive into next week, please ask them in the questions in the comments below. Or excuse me, please ask your questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to respond to them. I love the fact that you're here. I love you. You're a human being on planet Earth, and you're choosing to spend your time with me. So thank you so much. I feel honored. And, cheers to you guys. The camera's a little too far, but, the incentive's all the same. Cheers, everybody. We're almost through number 2, so once that's out, we might take off here pretty soon. We're like an hour 20 in. This is sick. You know what? If we're this far in, that means you're a dedicated fan. We're going to get comfy. I'm going to have one of these. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's just, life's a trip sometimes. Something, you just keep on going with the flow. Like, I can't believe I made it this far. Half the time. Almost 30 years old. 30, What a trip. It's weird getting old, man. You gotta, like, realize that you're not as youthful as you used to be. So when you want to do extreme sports like skateboarding and BMX, and you get hurt, you're out for a little bit. They'll take you down. And takes a while to recover. Like you want to go on a drunken escapade and fall on your little bike and fall over doing something silly. Like, well, now you gotta take 2 weeks off. How's that feel? Now you got a bad knee. Now you gotta look weird every time you get in the car. You gotta walk with a limp. With you still got a job. You got bills to pay. You got shit to do. You're an adult. You're not like a pro rider. You're not a pro skateboarder. But you're hurt the same as one. It's one of those situations you find yourself in. You just look at yourself like, what am I doing? I can't do this anymore. I'm not a kid. I can't. But at the same time, it's just this thing in your heart that just tells you you have to go out there and do it. And that's what I feel. I love it. It's just such an intense part of who I am. I love riding my bike, and I love doing tricks, and I love going backwards and standing on top of it and doing 360s. And I did a bar spin once. That was cool. I've done one backflip. I've definitely kept it minimal on those regards for the most part. Hey, we got a plane. Let's go. All right. It's a good time to get this thing done. I love bikes. Just can't believe how much of an impact they would have made. When my dad got me my first little BMX bike when I was a kid, I remember I had this VFR dyno. That thing was sick, and I used to have training wheels on it. I literally had training wheels on a 20-inch BMX bike when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And it was absolutely the wrong size, but I begged my parents that was the one I wanted from the shop. So they ended up grabbing it for me. And that was like Christmas morning. I went and, or maybe there was a bike. No, there might have been another bike I learned to ride on before that, because I remember getting that bike and riding around in the snow. Like, there was snow in the driveway, and I was like, yeah, awesome, let's go, oh my God, woo! And obviously came back inside after, but like all the bike tricks I can do right now all started like this one day in my driveway. It wasn't like a driveway, it was like try to follow my finger, like this is the road, and then there's a little like condo thing with a road that goes like whoop. So there's house 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we were going up and down this thing right here. My dad stuck a broomstick in the back of the bike and would hang on to it, so kind of like a little leverage factor. And I'll never forget the first time that I was like, don't let go, and I looked back and he's way the fuck back there. And it was like, I'm doing it! Like, and then first time I ever did a bunny hop, there was this little curb in front of our house in Bethel when I was like 11 or 12 years old. Remember, it was like the curb cut out, and then inside the grass was like an inch of dirt, and the dirt led to like a sewer cut, and the cut had a little bump jump, like a little pop, and then so you would hit the little ding ding, you would ding ding, and then you fly a little bit. Like obviously it was really small at the time, but one time I remember going really slow at it. The front tire got off and the back tire hadn't hit the clip yet, and I pulled up and it was like the back tire went and it's like, did I just bunny hop? And now I've like jumped over rails and gone down handrails, and like I fucking hit big old gaps, like just learning it all, just like the Sunset Cliffs gap. I jumped the chasm, like the Sunset Cliffs I've looked at for years, and I shot that with Emily, this really cool lady, Emily Ronaldo, I believe. What a fantastic experience though. Like just biking is, as far as the injuries and downfalls have gone, like yeah, I've broken my teeth, I've split my lip open, I've cut my head open, I've ripped my nose off, my shoulders fucked for life. My knees are never going to be the same. I have a terrible lower back. I have arthritis probably, but I had so much fun and a lot of good experiences along the way. And I got a couple of video parts to show for it. If you go into my profile, go to playlists and click on BMX videos, you can see all the BMX videos I ever made. Fun fact, the first video that was ever on this channel was a BMX video for my friend Cody Pollock when I lived in Vegas back in 2016. Shout out to Co-Dizzles. I just realized I haven't been using the mic in a while. I hope this isn't a fake podcast now. Oh, that's silly. Also, I have to pee so bad, and I don't want everybody to leave. so I'm nervous. So I don't feel comfortable leaving. Otherwise, it's just dead air time. If I ever had a listener listening to this so far, I've been pretty nonstop, so I gotta just keep with it. But boy, if I tell you my legs are so crisscrossed right now, I am absolutely holding on for dear life. We've had what? We've had coffee, tea, beer and a half, and a bunch of water I drank before I started this episode. So anyway, this one goes out to you guys. Appreciate you very much. Give me 10 seconds. Oh, there's a plane coming. So cheers first, everybody. Thanks for being here. Galactic Seabass podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Stay sexy. All right. Wait. No, because if you look slightly, you can kind of see my leg. And if I show my thingamajiggy on YouTube, I think I'll get in big trouble. If you Venmo me $20 right now, I'll do it. I don't even have my phone. My phone's literally my, it's filming this. So there's no way to do it. I'm just going to obey all the YouTube bylaws. Thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. I think it's actually affecting the way I'm talking. It's kind of cool. I could just go to the bathroom, but probably not. That is funny. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I think we're almost out here at the end. I like that. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. At 5,000, I have this really cool idea for a video. So, alright, you're right. I'll be right back. Here, wait, I have an idea. I'll play you some music I made in the meantime. Here is an unreleased song that I've been working on. And it's kind of a secret. It's like the last thing I made as far as like music goes. So maybe you'll enjoy it. I'm not really sure. But I will. Thank you for that. You're right. I don't know how to podcast. I'm still trying to do this. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it a podcast, that's for sure. That was stupid. Okay, here you go, guys. Enjoy. Here's a little song that I made. Hopefully you're able to hear it. Let me make sure this loads. Like sweating. Okay, enjoy, guys. I made this song for a lady and my dad. If you can't afford to lose, there are so many reasons why I should about face, never look back, run away. Hey, yeah. These dirt towers surround me so damn high, and that's when I realized I dug my own grave. Everything that I know, I learned it the hard way. And I asked God for a second chance. The only thing that he said to me was, not today. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. We're back and I feel refreshed. Woo! That was an ordeal. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here today on the Galactic Seabass channel. Thank you so much. That was a nice little musical interlude. So yeah, that song started off like the first two lyrics are about like this lady, and then I was like, I'm writing a song about my dad. And yeah, it's the way it starts off is like the night it shivers cold, but these blankets can't keep me warm like you do. I was thinking about this girl, and then it kind of turned into a let me just like start it over again. Oh shit! What was the first lyric again? Oh, this is how music works. I literally already forgot the entire song. The night it shivers cold, but these blankets can't keep me warm like you do. Yeah. Rest in peace, my father's soul. You shouldn't gamble if you can't afford to lose. There are so many reasons why I should about face, never look back, run away. These dirt towers surround me so damn high. And that's when I realized I dug my own grave. Kind of cool, like kind of a sweet little something. These dirt towers surround me so damn high. That's when I realized I dug my own grave. I was just thinking like, yeah, I don't know, man. Just trying to get like Bob Dylan with it. You know how it goes. Pretty cool, pretty sweet, pretty funky. Chunky monkey. Oh yeah, baby. I already did that. We're here, hour and a half into the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning into the Galactic Seabass channel. My name is Sebastian. Your host is always. Actually, you know what? We're doing it fancy today, baby. We're gonna go ahead and do the old. Never seen that one before, probably. That's a new one. I do like where I live. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. That didn't work at all. Oh, alrighty. Well, that's supposed to just go up. It's like a magnet. It's like one of those little magnet ones. Oh well. Shit, man. Oh, if I turn that on, it'll be all crazy. Oh boy. Actually, no. My dad's lighter is in the cabinet. It's like a similar Zippo. This is from the Worldwide Bicycle Club. His Zippo. It's a copper 2002 Zippo. They didn't even make copper ones anymore, which is sick. And the hinge broke off. Like this, there's a part on the inside, like right here, the part that's holding this together, this little doohickey. So that's like not glued on. So I guess if I just glued it on or welded it to the backside, like it'd be fine. I fixed everything else, but I don't feel comfortable like taking it out and then having the top pop off and something messes up and then it doesn't work anymore. So that's not going to happen. But all good, you know. I'd rather have my dad than a Zippo, but it's still nice to have something. So that's why I wear this necklace every day. I love this thing. So cool. Man, this is one of the this might be our record longest podcast. Thank you so much. This is so sick. Figured I would just ride it out with like a nice little easy vibe. Appreciate you, everybody, being here today. What a wonderful little experience that we can all share an afternoon here on the Galactic Seabass channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It's a good time. Yeah, maybe one day we'll have some pretty cool people on here. We'll have real mics and we'll have a lot of booth and a studio, and I can see all this stuff happening. He died when I was 14. He had a heart attack, and then 2 weeks later he had brain aneurysm. He went into a coma, and he died 3 days later. It gets a lot deeper, but that's the logistics of it. So it's like, do a lot of material on stage about my dad. Thank you very much for saying that. And they said sorry for your loss for anybody listening. No, you know, he was a good dude. He was a good guy, good drummer, solid fella. And I love him. Miss him very much. And, you know, I always feel like he's with me but he's not. So I have to keep on going. And like I said earlier, I was chasing his dream for a while, but right now, like I think comedy is the way that I'm supposed to be headed in this life. So just keep on grinding through it, and it's been a solid little ride so far. So, the next set we'll do will be tonight at. Ooh, I just realized I've been doing this so long I missed the sign-ups for template. But I don't think I really want to do template tonight. I think I was going to do some work. I really have to get back to work. My dog has to go to the vet on Monday. I really could use some funds. There's if you go on my Instagram, any of my Instagrams, the GoFundMe link for Ollie is available. After the video, will put the GoFundMe link for my dog in the description of this video. He could really use your donations. We have to take him to the vet on Monday. He's got a skin condition. Yeah. Pete Davidson also gets to fuck Ariana Grande, so he can fuck right off. I do like, but also the fact that he does his 9/11 dad joke bits. Like I'm finding my own way in that regard, because I lost my dad in my own consensus, and the first time I ever made a big crowd laugh really was at my dad's funeral. Like that's a bit that I do on stage, but it also is a matter of reality for what I faced when I was 14. I had to write a eulogy. I didn't write a damn thing down. I just went up there with a blank piece of paper, and within 30 seconds, I had over 300 people at a funeral laughing with my dad in a box right over there, 10 feet away from me. Was it weird? Absolutely. Did it stick with me for probably the remainder of my life? Bet your butt. That changed everything. So I think about my dad all the time, and the love he gave me, it changed who I am as a person, and I think I'm better for it. And I miss him very much. And if you lost anybody, then that pain is very deep, and I'm sorry for your loss. And we're all in this together. We're just people, so it's fun to just do what you love and live your best life, because you never know, you could go at any time. And that's all we're really want to kind of get across. So seriously, if you have any kind of ability to help with my puppy dog, you could really use your help. And the GoFundMe link will be in the description of this video later. If you're watching right now, it's on my Instagram currently. Seabass jokes, Galactic Seabass, whatever. It's right there. If you go on my profile, you can just click on it. So thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for watching this video and checking out my channel, listening to our crazy little podcast that we're finding our way slowly, in the podcast game. Really appreciate you. We're probably wrapping this thing up here in a few minutes. I think we're about to go 100. We're going to go 100 minutes because it's the first time I've done that. Hour 40. Appreciate you. Absolutely, yeah. My dad will be with me for the rest of my life. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Well, like I try to stay funny, but I also want to stay working really hard. That's why I have this crazy book, and that's why I write down every joke I think of, and I try to work them out the way you're supposed to. I'm not trying to fast track the game at all. I just want to do my part and make sure that when I hit the road, that I'm funny. Like I have real jokes available, and I've worked really hard so far. So I can only imagine what could happen in the future. Every day it seems like something new comes to me. It's a very, very interesting experience. The fact that I never really know when a joke is going to just pop up, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. Like the joke I had earlier about my dad, my dad went from super dad to super dead. Like that just popped up one day. My friend Kelly was telling me that could be a T-shirt, like super dad, and then in the middle it just says dead, like really kind of small print. That's hilarious. That'd be a great merch shirt. I love my super dead dad. That was I think I added the I love. But yeah, if you would buy that, let me know in the comments. Appreciate you so much, and wow, what a cool time. Thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to be grateful for all the things I have, are there 3 people watching this? Yes, and that's amazing. If I had 3 people here right now, it'd be so cool. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 100,000. I just want to make the right thing. I just want to make content because that's what I want to do, and that seems like an idealistic situation. So if I could do that for a living, boy oh boy, you better believe I would take hold of the reins on that one. I would be able to have a little an encoder and show you guys clips and stuff. We can go over YouTube videos. Yeah, like send me some clips. Send me some of your favorite clips. We'll go ahead and get those on the thing. Ask me a question. You know, I've seen so many podcasts over the years. I love the way they interact with their fans. So I would love to interact with you guys. We're going to do this every Thursday forever. So, you know, if you want to tune in, then you know, we'll be here. And yeah, bad things happen, but life goes on. You move on. You just keep doing it. Keep blowing. Keep going. And that's how it rolls, baby. And that's a plane. Cheers. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I've been going since 2016. So, almost 4,000. Actually, yeah, that is something I'm looking into here in town. So that's a great idea. Before I leave, I want to show you, maybe. Probably make after movies. Probably make some like interviews and show videos about making the show. I think I'd rather do that than actually, or like eventually we could like turn in. I'd probably do a separate thing if I was gonna do like a thing like the way Kill Tony has like a programmed show live. Maybe that could be something in the works, like in the long run. But right now our budget's literally under. We don't have a budget. It doesn't exist because we don't have money. So one day all that stuff will come. But right now I'm literally just live streaming off my phone and watching the live stream on my laptop to make sure that I can keep up with you guys, because I have a better camera on the back of my phone than the front. Like literally, my comedic influences are everybody that's funny. I love, when I was growing up, I loved Steve Martin. I loved Chevy Chase. I loved Rick Moranis. I loved John Belushi. I loved John Candy. I loved like John Candy was the one. Oh my gosh, what a legend. I loved Adam Sandler. I loved Chris Rock. I loved Eddie Murphy. I loved George Carlin. I loved, all those just like those cool, beautiful, like Chris Rock, David Spade. All I said Chris Rock and George Carlin twice, but basically SNL cast. Yeah, like that. Those the SNLs were the best. And then I loved Comedy Central Presents. I loved watching, you know, just like whenever I can get my hands on a special, I watch an hour late night thing, like see somebody. Like Dane Cook was super cool. I love Bill Burr. Like Patrice O'Neal. Oh my gosh, so he's on my top 4. My top 4 is Burr, O'Neal, Carlin, and CK, I think. And then it's like Sandler and Martin and Rock and Murphy, and then I wrote it down. I actually wrote down my thing at one point, which is hilarious. I misplaced my little scary page. You go back where you belong. Scary piece of paper. Scary paper. Scary paper. I really did write 5 minutes on Willy Wonka. I can't believe it. It's one of the craziest things I ever did. Where is this? I wrote... This is kind of funny. Oh, yeah. Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Patrice O'Neal, Bill Burr, and Dave Chappelle. Lord Almighty. I'm literally having a smoke right now. How could I forget grand old Dave Chappelle? Oh, man. Come on, man. Why'd you go? I was like, man. Just like the part. That's all I can really do. Hopefully that wasn't super offensive. I love Dave with all my heart. He's one of my biggest inspirations of all time. And then, yeah, so what I wrote down, Pryor, Carlin, Patrice, Burr, and Chappelle are number 1. Steve Martin, Bill Hicks, Joe Rogan, Louis C.K., Chris Rock, Norm Macdonald. I've been talking about him literally in the episode. Adam Sandler, yeah, and I nowadays I love Taylor Tomlinson and Mark Norman and Sam Morril and Casey Rocket. I love Shane Gillis, and I like Tom Papa, and I like oh my gosh, there's a bunch of dudes out there like Donnell Rollins, hilarious. Like, but he's like I'm rich, biatch. Like, dude, he's been around forever. I could talk about it. Yeah, game boxes. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch. Like, oh, man. Come on, man. Like, you're just, damn. Yes. But nowadays, he's so different. He's like, when you got to tell the point, that's what you do. Like, it's cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to do Carter or Chappelle impressions, so whatever. Yeah, dude. I mean, like Bernie Mac, Cedric, Demetrius Martin. You mean Dimitri Martin? Yeah, I like him. He's cool. I like his dog poop joke about like the only time you can have a bag of dog poop is when you have a dog. Otherwise, it's like really weird. Cause like, why do you have that? Which is a great point. I totally attest to it. Wow, we like went our way through the whole thing right now. This is sick. Yeah, we're about to work into the evening, so it's gonna be a long night ahead of us. But we're gonna make some friends, take a little shower, enjoy the evening. Should be fun. I got a lot of work to do tonight because I need money, and you know, that's the name of the game, baby. But I appreciate you tuning in to the Galactic Seabass channel. My name is Sebastian, as always. And I appreciate you tuning in to another edition of this podcast. The 15th edition, guys. How crazy is that? You know? Like, I put just as many hours into this as I have into comedy over the last 10 months. But I've done this in 15 weeks. You know? 1 episode a week. The GoFundMe is currently available right now. So if you go and look that up, it is live. Go on my Instagram right now. It's there. I made a post. No, I think I tried to make a post on my YouTube, and I couldn't figure it out because it just kept uploading the photo, and I never figured it out. I don't know how to. Maybe I can go back and retry that one. But thank you so much for being here today. What a pleasure it's been to go ahead and chat with you guys and go over, you know, the nuance of today. I want to make a shout out to everybody, all the survivors in Hawaii right now. Just want to make a shout out and a blessing that they all are able to recover from the tragedies going on down there, and that all the truths of the matter are revealed to the citizens as soon as possible, and also to everyone who would like to have some of the questions about everything going down there answered. I don't really want to get too deep into it right now because we're out of time, but I just want to pray and shout out to the people of Hawaii. You know, stay safe, stay strong. And I'm so sorry for all the tragedies that you've had to endure over the last little bit. There's been a lot of things happening. Canada's on fire. There's been earthquakes and tornadoes and floods. Anybody out there, please stay safe. You know, make sure you tell your family that you love them. When my dad died, I never got to tell him sorry, and we had a bad little, like, stupid fight before I saw him, and I felt bad about it for 15 years. So just, if you have a loved one out there that, you know, you kind of had a bad thing with a few days ago, and you're not going to be mad at them in 5 years, just give them a call, say you're sorry, and let them know that you love them, because you never really know when death's going to strike, as morbid as that is, and I'm sorry, but if I can prevent somebody else from making the mistake that I made, then hopefully I can use that as a good thing. I appreciate you very much. Please consider donating to my dog. His GoFundMe is currently available online. Thank you very much for being here on the Galactic Seabass channel for our 15th podcast, the final sip, the final plane. One last drippy drop. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode. Appreciate you so much. My name is Sebastian. My name is Sebastian Fowler, and I am the host of the Galactic Seabass podcast. Making videos on YouTube since 2016, 10 years after the induction of YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I absolutely enjoy your company. Go consume Liquid Death products and enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend and stay safe. And if you have a pet, just give them a big old love and a hug, and tell your loved ones that they're cared about, and just know that they care about you too, because you're important and loved and awesome. If you're alive and breathing, that means that somebody out there is thinking about you, you know. So, excuse me. Funny timing. I was trying to get all that out before I coughed, but I knew it was impending. You guys are great. Please give my dog some money. I love you very much. Have a great rest of the day. You guys are beautiful. Stay safe. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh, you know what? Before this ends, I can edit the video right now. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll add the link to the thingamajiggy right now. Let's just go ahead and knock that out. Usually, whenever I try to type stuff, it's hard for me to. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm clicking so many buttons. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got the link. Let's go ahead and grab a quick link. Share. Oh, wow, cool. $105 out of 300 already. Only $200 to go. That would be so cool. All right, let's go ahead and we're in the video editor. So it's going to be right under support the podcast. It's going to be Ollie's Go Fund Me with an exclamation point. Ollie is my dog. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It should be there now. So I saved it. If it's available, that would be sweet. Wonder how I get back to the video. How do I get back to watching the video? I will go ahead. Sorry, see, this one, I always said I kind of tune out when I'm doing this part. This is a little harder for me. So I have to do this and that. Okay, let's click on this. And then see if it's in the bio. Ollie's GoFundMe has a link. Okay, cool, sweet, we got it. We're there, we did it. Woo! All right, cool. Thank you so much, guys. We did it. Hell yeah. Thanks for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass channel. My name is Sebastian. I love you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you very much, and I hope you have a grand rest of your day. Good old weekend. Drive safe, stay safe, have some fun. Enjoy the stars and the moonlight and the sunshine and the fresh air. And, you know, just go give somebody a hug and a high five. It sounds quite nice. I appreciate you. My Leia buns, don't know if you noticed the whole time, but I literally had lightsabers in my bun the entire time that you were watching this episode. So if your mind's blown, hope that's awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and end this little thingamajiggy. 111 minutes. Venmo is okay. No Insty. Either one's cool, bro. Code is 6922. I fucking love you guys very much. Enjoy the day. Have a good one. My name is Sebastian. I love you so much. I could do this forever, but I've got a couple things I got to wrap up around the house, and you guys are so great. Oh man, that's sick. Thanks for noticing. Ollie says ruff ruff. My cat says meow. His name's Andy, so Andy says meow. And I say thank you for tuning into the Galactic Seabass podcast. My name is Sebastian. I love you so much. And we'll see you for next week's episode. Hopefully we'll have a guest and we'll have a good time, no matter what. And that's going to be a wrap. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and click some buttons. Might be your dog's food. No, it's just infestation in the neighborhood. I've been fighting it for weeks. But we have an appointment set up on Monday to get everything corrected. And I love my boy more than anything else. So if I have to, I will sell everything in this apartment to save my dog. But I would rather if just a couple friends could support me, and then I could just keep stuff that I have so I can make more content for you guys to make videos and stuff. I love you. Enjoy the day. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Peace and love. Mahalo. And stay safe, stay warm, stay welcome, stay kind, and stay beautiful. You guys are so great. Take care. Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass channel. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. I'll see you actually on Thursday.